Why do scam call operations continue to flourish despite raids, arrests, and international pressure? How do they manage to steal nearly $10 billion annually from Americans alone? The answer lies at the intersection of economic desperation, technical talent, and institutionalized corruption across India and Pakistan. With digital financial frauds exploding five-fold between 2023 and 2024, this isn't just a criminal enterprise. It's become an unofficial industry employing thousands and protected by the very systems designed to stop it. The global scam call industry is exploding, with India and Pakistan becoming major hubs. But why? Let's look deep into this digital deception ecosystem that's draining billions from victims, not only in America, but worldwide, while exploiting economic vulnerabilities in South Asia. When we talk about why scam operations have become so prevalent in India and Pakistan, we need to understand it's not about culture, it's about economics. Think about this. In India, legitimate call center jobs pay around $150 to $200 monthly, while scam operations offer $1,000 to $1,500. That's a life-changing difference of 5 to 7 times more income. And that's just for entry-level positions. The top performers, known as closers, who seal the scam deal, can earn a staggering $3,000 to $5,000 monthly, more than many doctors or engineers in the region. These scammers aren't randomly choosing Americans as targets. They're strategically focusing on the world's wealthiest consumer market, with India's unemployment rate reaching 7.91% in December 2021 and the COVID-19 pandemic causing a 24% economic contraction. Desperate workers with technical skills and English proficiency have turned to targeting Americans as their economic salvation. As one former scammer named Sam confessed, he was making more money than an MBA graduate and didn't have a college degree. When university graduates face crushing student debt of $3,000 to $5,000 in economies where average monthly wages hover around $200, this economic incentive becomes nearly impossible to resist. Both India and Pakistan have developed the perfect foundation for these operations. They have widespread English proficiency from their colonial history, strong technical education systems producing tech-savvy graduates, and an established legitimate call center industry with approximately 350,000 workers in India alone. This creates a pool of transferable skills perfect for scam operations. Add to that reliable high-speed internet, low-cost office space, and affordable call routing technologies, and you've got the ideal infrastructure for deception. What's particularly interesting is that many scammers previously worked at legitimate call centers for companies like British Airways, American Express, AT&T, and Dell, giving them professional training in customer handling that makes their scams frighteningly convincing. These aren't sloppy amateur operations. They're highly organized criminal enterprises. They run professional training programs lasting 2 to 3 weeks, including accent neutralization. They have script development teams creating psychologically manipulative dialogue trees. They employ technical specialists managing call routing and digital evidence creation. The hierarchy is sophisticated with specialized roles and performance bonuses that would make legitimate businesses envious. Some operations are even more sinister in their methods. One journalist who infiltrated these scam centers found that some confiscate employee documents until they complete at least 30 days with the company and threaten those who try to leave. It's a dangerous ecosystem where once you're in, it can be extremely difficult to get out. The human toll of these operations is staggering. Americans lost nearly $10 billion to fraud in 2023, according to the FTC, with digital scams accounting for a significant portion. That's $1 billion more than 2022 and the highest ever in reported losses to the FTC. The Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center reports that Indians alone lost over $1.3 billion to cyber frauds in just the first 6 months of 2024, with a terrifying 6,000 complaints filed daily. What's even more alarming is that while fewer Indian consumers reported losses in 2024 compared to 2023, the percentage of high-value losses exceeding $9,200 doubled from 2% to 4%. the scams are becoming more sophisticated and devastating. In one case, multiple India-based call centers and their directors were indicted for defrauding over 4,500 American citizens, stealing upward of $14 million, according to the Delhi police. In June 2023, an FBI investigation uncovered a Delhi-based call center operation that allegedly defrauded U.S. citizens of approximately $20 million. One former scammer named Piyush confessed, "I took that $100 and she cried a lot while making the payment. Yeah, this was the worst call I ever had." Yet the economic incentives were strong enough to override his conscience. The playbook these operations use is diverse and evolving. Social security scams involve impersonating federal agents claiming your number is linked to crimes. IRS scams feature callers posing as government officials claiming you owe back taxes. Tech support scams pretend to be from Microsoft or Apple to fix non-existent problems. Loan scams offer fictitious loans requiring upfront processing fees. And during the pandemic, COVID-19 related scams exploded, with 59% of Americans receiving pandemic-related scam calls in 2021. The latest evolution of these tactics is the digital arrest scam that has caught national attention in India. In these terrifying scenarios, scammers impersonate law enforcement officials and claim the victim's identity has been used in illegal activities. Over several hours, victims are manipulated until they hand over their savings. This scam alone has cost Indians an estimated $212 million in 2024, with states like Karnataka reporting 641 cases and losses of $13 million. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, these India-based call centers allegedly scared their victims and stole their money, including some victims' entire life savings. It's psychological manipulation on an industrial scale. But what about law enforcement? Why does this continue? The answer lies in a dark symbiotic relationship between criminals and authorities. In India, the police are widely regarded as among the most corrupt institutions in the country. A World Bank report found that truckers annually pay about $25 million in bribes at state borders. According to Transparency International, more than 62% of Indians have first-hand experience of paying bribes or using influence to get services performed by public offices. The scam centers flourish in this environment. With flouting KYC norms for tenants, landlords rent out ready-to-use offices at approximately $1,200 per computer seat per month. Setting up shop requires minimal investment, just a few laptops, steady internet, and some furniture. When raids do happen, operators are typically detained for less than a day before restarting the business under a different name. The Delhi police has mandated action against officers if such operations are found in their areas, but this just creates a new avenue for corruption: protection money. Many scam center operators simply pay off local police to look the other way. When arrests do happen, the scammers usually secure bail within a short time, making deterrence weak. The cybercrime units are severely understaffed, with typically just one officer per 100,000 citizens, and these officers are often on the take as well. Pakistan faces similar issues. According to Human Rights Watch, Pakistani police are widely regarded as among the most abusive, corrupt, and unaccountable institutions of the state. Police implicated in serious abuses are almost never brought to justice. The public fears them, and police extortion is common. First information reports are often not filed unless the complainant pays a bribe, creating an environment where scam centers can operate with relative impunity. Behind the statistics are complex human stories. Many scammers begin with legitimate aspirations, but simply can't find work in their fields. Some are supporting extended families of 6 to 8 dependents on single incomes. Many experience initial moral discomfort before gradually becoming desensitized to what they're doing. Financial dependency makes exiting increasingly difficult once involved. The golden handcuffs of illicit income are hard to break. Here's the most disturbing thought. This isn't some aberration of the system. It is the system, working as designed. The scam call centers are just one visible node in a vast network of corruption that spans from local police stations to the highest levels of government. In both India and Pakistan, corruption is so endemic that it's viewed as a normal cost of doing business. The scam call centers simply represent capitalism in its purest, most predatory form, exploiting every advantage, including the corruption of those meant to stop them. When we frame this as a problem to solve, we miss the darker truth. For many powerful people in the system, there is no problem. The scam centers generate wealth, provide employment, and spread money around to officials at every level. The victims are mostly foreigners, out of sight, out of mind. The local economies benefit. The police get their cut. Politicians maintain plausible deniability while their associates profit. The real horror isn't that some system is broken. It's that a perfectly functioning system reveals the inherent darkness of unrestrained human greed. The scam call center industry exposes the logical endpoint of our global economic system. If we create environments where corruption is normalized, where vast inequality exists, where technical skills are abundant, but ethical frameworks are weak, this is the inevitable result. So the next time your phone rings with that suspiciously official-sounding voice, explaining how your social security number has been compromised, remember, you're not just hearing a scammer. You're hearing the voice of a global system that commodifies everything, including trust, dignity, and human connection, in the relentless pursuit of profit. The scammer on the line is both perpetrator and victim of this system, as are we all. In the words of a cybercrime researcher who created the World Cybercrime Index, which ranked India 10th globally as a hub that somewhat specializes in scams. People are doing important things in their lives on their phones, but digital literacy has not caught up. This gap between our rapid adoption of technology and our understanding of its vulnerabilities is the hunting ground where predators thrive. And as our world grows more digital, that hunting ground only expands.